What's up, guys? We are live. There we go. Whoa, the boogeyman right there. Arnold Adams. I'm Dave Van Auken. What is good? Happy Monday. Hopefully, you all had a great weekend. Arnold, man, we're getting close. November 6th is around the corner, my man. How are you doing? How's life right now?
Life is good. Life is actually boring because I'm ready to get this fight going. Yeah.
Right, right. All right, let's jump right into it. There's so many other things around it, but let's kind of get right into the fight. First and foremost, how do you feel kind of having the leg up? You got the victory against him. You guys towed the line before. Do you feel good? You knowing what he's going to give out and all that stuff. You feel a little bit.
Mhm.
You have extra juice going into this fight.
No, not really. I mean, I know he's got the edge right now, in my opinion,
Ooh,
because he's been calling this out. He's been calling it out for 3 years. Like he's been waiting on this rematch, so he's got a little fire under him right now. I'm just kind of like, hey, I smoked you once before. I'm gonna smoke you again, but he
right.
has a chip on his shoulder coming into this fight.
Ooh, okay. So you think you're going to see the best Joey Beltran we've ever seen in that bare knuckle FC squared ring?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. He's going to be
Okay.
in the best. Yeah, yeah.
And
Give his
you've been
best
okay.
performance
So
for sure.
let's just throw this out there. This is the elephant in the room that I desperately want to know. Why has this fight not happened in the 3 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, you know, you're 5-1 in the bare knuckle FC. You beat Beltron. Like, it just seems like it's weird that you guys had stayed away for this last 18 months, 12 months. Why hasn't it not happened?
I don't know because look how the cards unfolded. He's a champ now. He's defended the belt twice. If we would have had a rematch sooner, what would we do now? Like when he fought Lopez the first time, they went to a war, 5-round decision. Then they fought again, maybe 2 shows later, and it was over with. No, I think this plays out better. Him having the belts and us having to wait and him constantly chase. Like it's almost like he was chasing me all this time. Like he
Right.
had a mission to put whoever's in front of him down or to beat whoever's in front of him just so he can get back to me.
I like that. I like that. How do you feel kind of opening up maybe the biggest market there is in America, New York City, Bare Knuckle FC's first time into NYC? They put you and Beltron for the heavyweight championship on the line.
Yeah,
Takeaway?
it's not NYC. It's not NYC, which is it's a downer. We're like 6 hours from NYC to be honest, but it's still New York.
Right,
It's new
right,
territory. So
right.
it's not too far from where the police gazette headquarters are. What is that? What is that town called?
Um,
Uh,
Man, I know what you mean. They,
yeah,
they they put stuff up
yeah.
every now and then.
Right. So a lot of people from there are coming for the fight. So I mean, it's good. It's a close location on the East Coast. Like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from Pittsburgh. I got some people up there. So it's New York is it's a new uncharted territory, and it's time for somebody to make a splash there. So there we come.
Here we go. I like that. New York's November 6th, Bare Knuckle TV app, fight night, Adams versus Beltron for the heavyweight strap. What do you say, or do you say anything at all to the people that say, hey, that it was a doctor stoppage? We all know Beltron really revs up round 3, round 4, round 5. What do you say to those people out there?
To those people who watched my fight when I fought Beltran, y'all can say that doctor stoppage. That's cool. He had 3 cuts on his left eye in the first round. So technically speaking, the doctor really saved him, in my opinion. And it was
Right?
round 4 when the doctor stopped it. It came out in round 4. As soon as the bell rang, boom, I jumped on him, and his eye was squirting blood. Now, I watched the footage. You can't see it because the camera was focused on something else. But I remember that as soon as the 4th round started, bing, I jumped on him, and his eye was squirting blood, and that's when they stopped it. So
Okay.
people are,
Okay.
oh, this is you can't you this is the cut game that he didn't really win, yada yada yada. Okay, all right. Y'all keep talking like this. Y'all
Right.
keep that energy. We're gonna see what happens come November 6th. I will say this: the first time we fought, I gave him a lot of respect because of who he was. He's legendary in the fight game. So I
Yeah.
gave him respect. I didn't press him. He's not gonna get the same respect this time.
Mm.
He's not gonna get the same respect at all.
Right. Wow. Okay. Man, I was already gonna buy the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? I'm a fan. I'm already gonna get it with just this and just seeing your mojo about it. I cannot wait for this fight, man. I got goosebumps on goosebumps right now. What do you think? You know, you've been in the ring before, you know what I mean? I know you're gonna have to respect for those top end guys like that, like Joey Beltran. What have you thought of his title reign? You know, what has it been 2 or 3 title defenses in a row? He's really putting down the heavyweight division, to me, one of the best divisions in bare knuckle FC. What have you thought of Beltran's title reign?
I'm not gonna lie, he's been doing his thing because
Yeah.
he shouldn't have beat Chase Sherman, but he did. I didn't think he was going to beat Marcel Stamps, but he did. And then Beltran, when he fought Shoemaker, I was like, no. If Shoemaker doesn't get it done in the first round, it's not going to happen. Maybe round 2, I'll give him. It didn't happen, and then at round 3 came, and Beltran just opened up on him and controlled it for the next 2 rounds. I know Beltran. I'm the only person to beat Beltran in this sport, and it wasn't by a fluke. That wasn't by a fluke. That was easy when I beat him, and I was showing him respect when I beat him. Everyone else, I don't know. It's like if you don't have experience fighting, which I don't think none of those guys did, and you haven't been through wars and battles and a 5-minute, 5-round MMA fight, you don't have it mentally to compete. Like, prime example, Deontay Wilder, when he fought this past weekend, he came out strong, you know, level changing, high, low.
Yeah.
And then he even dropped Fury twice in 1 round. But the second time Fury got up, it broke Wilder mentally. And you can see it, his face, his mojo was left after that. Like, damn, I'd hit this man with everything I have as hard as I can, dropped him twice, and he's still getting up. What do I have to do? A lot of these fighters don't have that thought process. They don't know. They haven't been through those fires or those battles to weather the storm. I've been through it all. I've been on top and lost my belts on some not focused in the fight shit. So I've been through it all. I've had 5-round, 5-minute MMA championship fights and lost the belts. I've been through it. Joey's been through it. The difference now is this is a one-dimension game, hands. But it's not just one dimension. It's also your footwork, your level change, your boxing IQ, your vision, what you see playing out in front of you.
A lot of clinch work too. A lot of clinch work.
That's a lot of clinch work. And they study talking about, he beat him on the inside. Everybody tried to beat me on the inside. What happened?
Right.
What happens? They lose. Like, I'm comfortable outside. I'm comfortable on the inside.
Right.
I know I feel. I don't just feel with my hands. I feel with every part of my body. Your muscles, a lot of these fighters, they telegraph what they're going to do before they do it. I have a quick reaction. I pick up on stuff fast. As the fight goes on, I pick up more and more and more. Like, when they say you got to be a student of the game and you got to study and learn and pay attention to details, I'm a part of all of that. I got all of that in my arsenal.
I love it.
Not just these. It's not just these y'all need to be worried about.
I've been a big fan of you from afar. We've never talked. We've never had this one-on-one, and I'm just loving all this knowledge you drop and all this little inside stuff. I cannot wait. 2 things right there you kind of said I really want to jump on. One, you said about Wilder and Fury. They had a great trilogy. Do you think there's any chance of you and Beltron being a trilogy, or if this fight is over, this fight goes your way, you're up 2-0, there's no reason this fight ever happens again?
That's my thought process exactly. Okay. If I go up 2-0,
yep.
There's no trilogy. There's no reason to. Why would there be a trilogy? If he wins, cool. Now we can do a trilogy. We 1-1. Let's get this thrown out the way and see who's the real king. But if I roll him and go up 2-0, it's over with. And I almost feel like, or what I've been telling people that's been in my DMs, I feel like this is going to be his retirement fight.
Wow,
you're the first.
Really?
You're the first. I think you're the first interview I've said this in. But I think if I finish him, this would be his retirement fight. Because what else does he have to prove? He's went UFC, Bellator. He's been through all the top promotions. He came to bare knuckle, was a 3-time champ. You know, he won the belt and defended 2 times. So he's a 3-time champ bare knuckle. And then there's just this one person he can't get past. You know what? I lost the belt to someone worthy of it. Let's just go ahead and retire. He's married now, so like his life is changing. People have to take everything into consideration, not just about what he's doing in the gym, what's going on in his personal life. He's mid-40s. Like, how much more can his body take in this sport?
Wow. I've never heard that. I haven't heard that, never thought about that. But then when you kind of put it out there to light, a lot of it makes sense. You know what I mean? He's been into so many battles, so many wars. And to be honest, I don't want to talk for any other man, right? But it does seem like he's very happy outside the ring. Seems like he's got a lot of good things happening, gyms together.
He's living his life right now. He's traveling the country. He's surfing. He like I said, he's recently married, and they're happy with life right now.
Wow.
I just feel like this could be, if it doesn't go his way, I feel like this could be his retirement fight. Now, I could be wrong. You know, he may come back for another fight just to prove me wrong. You never know. But looking at everything outside of boxing and what he has to do to focus on this fight, he's happy with life right now. And then this could be. It could be the exact opposite. It could, because he's so happy in life, he could keep pushing for it because his body is producing different endorphins now. That's bringing his energy levels up and his helping him feel young again. You just never know how it could go. But if I finish him, I thought this would be his last fight.
Wow. If Bare Knuckle FC is smart, they would cut that. They're going to make that a little bit of an intro for your fight. Man, that's good shit right there. Yeah. We mentioned, Chase Sherman 2-3 times in this 10-minute spiel so far. Seems like you got a lot of respect for Chase, and you thought Chase was going to be Beltron. You know, you defeated him for the belt. Where are you now? Chase is in the UFC doing his thing. Had a couple of wins already. What do you think of Chase Sherman? And
if Dana White called and said we want him to come fight Chase Sherman, I'm going. If Chase Sherman gets dropped from the UFC and comes back, that's the first fight I want, because I lost that fight. I'm not going to deny it. You know, mentally I wasn't there, and I had a lot of people hit me like, "What's going on? You all right? You look like you was out of the fight. You weren't there mentally. You was making him miss, but you wasn't firing back." And I was, I just buried my grandmother that Friday before that fight, and then the day of the fight, my mom missed her flight because she was stuck out there at where the funeral was, so she couldn't get out there. So it was a lot playing on me in that heat of the moment. Even leading up to the fight that week, the granny that's here in Chicago, she had a stroke. It was a lot going on. So mentally, I wasn't there. But if I get the chance to run that back, I'm going to finish Chase. But that's neither here nor there. Beltran is the focus now. So I need to bring these belts back, get this world title. I've been wanting this green belt since I seen Beck get it. Beck Rollins won that green belt. I was like, that's the belt I want. It's got diamonds in it. It's green. Yeah, this is the belt I need. The U.S. belt's cool. I need the world belt.
Right. November 6th, Bare Knuckle FC New York is your opportunity for it. Two more things for you, my man. One is, if I can be honest, probably the thing that gets me the most from afar, just like gets my blood boil, I guess, right? There's so many great fighters in Bare Knuckle FC. There's so much great talent. There's so much great heart, respect, love, loyalty. There's a lot of great shit about it. Sometimes the social media and the fighters go on to social media and they're bitching social media like, I'm the 4th ranked and that's the 9th ranked guy. It's like, I don't understand all this shit. Am I off base on this? Am I exactly right? Or be honest with me. Tell me what you think. What do you think of the other heavyweights that just talk so much? And it's like, what do you think of the landscape for one? And then two, what do you think of just all that social media drama? It seems like all the time.
I feel like the other heavyweights, they're trying to stay relevant. They're trying to, talk their way into a position. I felt like I should have had a rematch clause or something when I lost the belts, but it's cool. I didn't. I had to work to get back. I had to go smoke 2 people and in stunning fashion in order to get where I am now. Josh Burns calling out me and Beltran. Okay, you knocked out Sam Shoemaker. Me and him didn't do that. Woo, congratulations. But prior to, you got your ass beat by Frank Tate.
Right.
And you weren't even ranked in the top 5 when you fought Shoemaker. So now to think that you deserve a title shot is a little absurd when you have people like Dylan Kleckler, who's ahead of you. You got other guys, heavyweights, who've had more fights in the heavyweight division than you. I feel like he needs to fight Dylan Kleckler. If he beats Dylan Kleckler, cool. He needs another fight before he can start talking about a title fight. The 3rd fight should be a title fight. You're 1-1 in your last 2 fights. You need to win one more fight, then we can talk about a title fight. I'm waiting to see Frank Tate get back in action. I feel like Burns need to fight Tate again. If you beat Tate in a setup fight then okay, now we could talk about a title fight. You tell him, he took the fight 4 days out and yada 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 and changed my opponent. Okay, but he was fighting for somebody else too. So really,
Right.
he was blessed with a situation. He took advantage of it. Technically speaking, you should have been blessed with a situation because you were getting ready for a bigger fight, and then they brought in
Right.
somebody lower than you,
I
and
agree.
then all of a sudden, right, and the other heavyweights, nobody else is saying nothing. I guess they're just waiting on their time. I don't know. What's the other guy from down in Mississippi?
Oh, Belcher?
Belcher. I mean, he hasn't been saying too much. He's been fairly quiet, but everyone's
Yeah,
talking
he
about
has been
Belcher.
quiet.
Belcher
He has
that.
been.
Belcher's not a striker. Belcher's not a striker. In his MMA career, he wasn't known for being a striker, if I'm not mistaken. Why are y'all riding his coattail? Why are y'all expecting him to be this phenomenal athlete in this sport? As of right now, I am the phenomenal athlete in the heavyweight division.
Arnold
And you
Adams,
hear
November 6th.
every time you hear the commentators talk, what do they say? His footwork, his level change, his angles,
Yeah.
his movement, his jab, his this, his that. It's always me. Everyone else got power. All these guys got power, great power. Oh, it works on people who stand still. That's why Sam Shoemaker blew up the way he did. Eric Prindle stood there. He fired a baseball pitch at him and then landed. No one else has been knocked out. He hasn't hurt anyone else in none of his fights.
You're spitting a lot of truth. You're spitting a lot of truth, Arnold. You know what I mean? You're spitting a lot of truth. Man, November 6th, Arnold Adams versus Joey Beltran, Bare Knuckle FC Heavyweight Championship on the line. We got a fun little thing. 5 quick questions. First thing that comes to your head. You ready for me?
Let's go.
All right. First one, you maybe said it, but maybe not. Let me see. What is your absolute dream fight?
I have, for doing what I'm doing right now, it would be Kimbo Slice.
Oh, God, that would be amazing. Yeah. That's a beautiful answer right there.
Yeah. And like everyone says, Kimbo this, Kimbo, he was well known for bare knuckle. Yeah, that's true. But Kimbo also fight people who stood in front of him. When he got to fight and train fighters, it was a different story. I would love to fight Kimbo Slice. Rest in peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who would play you in a movie about you?
I would. Ain't nobody gonna do me better than me. I need that.
Okay. You're pulling the Rock. You want that double money. Double money.
Yes. I need the movie. I need to get paid for acting me, and then I need to get paid for the sales of the movie. Yes.
There you go. What's your favorite sports team and what sport?
Football. Raiders.
Ooh. They're going through some turmoil right now.
Yeah, it's cool. We're gonna bounce back. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna band up. We're not worried about all the other shenanigans. This is like, it's no different than social media antics or whatever. We ain't worried about it.
I hear you. In their absolute prime, who do you have one night? Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
Mike Tyson. In their prime? Mike Tyson.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Mike Tyson.
Probably my favorite one here. You can have dinner with 2 guests, dead or alive. Who you eating dinner with, Arnold?
Oh, this is a different one. 2 guests, dead or alive. Who? Damn. 2 guests, dead or alive. Who am I eating dinner with? I don't know. Gonna be a woman in there somewhere. I just haven't. It's probably gonna be 2 women. I don't know. I couldn't really. No. Oh no. I don't know. It's someone dead. It's gonna be someone dead from centuries ago. Someone that still talked about to this day. That was an innovator or something along those lines. It'd be. I know what. Albert Einstein is one person I'd have dinner with, and then I probably have to go with, I honestly don't know. That's a fucking great question. I'd pick Albert Einstein's brain as much as I could. I don't know who the second person would be.
Okay. I love what you're thinking, because we asked this to a lot of fighters, and a lot of fighters, let's be honest, a lot of fighters pick, a boss kind of a guy like a Dana White or a Joe Rogan type or shit like that. And then sometimes they pick their favorite fighter, maybe even passed away or alive, Muhammad Ali, stuff of that nature. And then sometimes they go real old school. They go, stuff of political past or stuff in the the Bible past? Crazy.
Yeah, the political. I was about to say a couple of former presidents that have passed, but no, I want someone that was an innovator or a creator or someone along those lines, because they were thinking different in their time. Like everything now is being done. I don't want to talk to anyone that's doing something now. I want to talk to someone that was doing something back then and made a major impact with what they did. That's what I would rather. Yeah.
No, Arnold, man, this has been 20 minutes of gold. Like I said, we never talked. Watched you fight. I've even watched you fight live numerous of times. Big fan. I cannot wait for your fight November 6th. You definitely have our subscription for sure. We see the shirt. Big ups to GOAT. Is there anyone else you want to pop out, support, shout out? Floor is yours, my man.
GOAT Combat Agency, of course, the UFC. I mean, damn. Of course, BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You for having me on.
Appreciate it.
UFC Gym Maryville, Plates Hub, my sponsors, the Fighter's Friend. Here we go with the brain farts. Active Empire, they the ones who got my website up and running, and my merch on there for sale. All my supporters.
Arnold, throw me that website. We'll throw it into the guts of the podcast when we get it out. YouTube and all that stuff. We'll put that link up there for you.
Okay. I'll let you guys know now. ArnoldBoomAyeAdams.com is the website. And I got hoodies, T-shirts, masks. I'll have the tracksuits. They'll be up there shortly. The tracksuit I wore for the last fight. The tracksuit I'm wearing for the next fight. I got some other sponsors, and I cannot think right now. Fighters.
All good, my man. All good.
Match Point. GOAT Combat Agency. BKFC. That's really about it. I don't know.
There we go, man. Right, excited. Yeah. I'm really good friends with Taylor Starlin. There's been some sneaky rumors. She might not be. She will be on that card as well. So who knows?
Good. I like Taylor. It's funny at the Miami show where Beltran fought Shoemaker. We're sitting next to each other, and I had no idea who she was. She didn't know who I was. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I look up at the screen, and she's on the screen. I said, "Oh, that's you." Like, yeah, that is me. And her guy sitting there with. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm like, "Well, I'm the heavyweight." Yada yada. She's like, "Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, I can tell she doesn't know who I am, but guarantee she knows who I am now. I like Taylor's style. Her boxing getting when she fights, her fight gear is actually nice. Yeah, she got a nice style. I fuck with Taylor.
There you go. Yeah. Well, she's a fan of you as well, my man. Be good out there. Have a good next 2 weeks. We'll see you New York, November 6th. Heavyweight Championship on the line. Arnold Adams versus Joey Beltran, my man. Be good. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.